what's up? It's Zombie Kuma, and this video is going to be a little bit different because I wanted to talk about something that actually has me really excited, and that is God of High School, the anime. If you don't know what God of High School is, just a quick rundown. It's a webtoon. Originally, it started out as a webtoon, and somehow it ended up getting an anime adaptation. How? I'm not exactly sure, but in all honesty, I was kind of worried when I first heard about it because I was worried it's going to be one of those conversions where it was going to end up with a studio that wasn't really into it and they were going to, like, just do like some flimsy animation, flimsy story, and everything. But so far, after episode 1, it seems like it's pretty good. Like, I know that some of the cars are kind of CG, and I know that with some of them, like some anime, we have seen that where they end up making enemies into like these weird CG abominations. I don't know what else to call it. I think it was like from Commonplace to World's Strongest, where they had way too many like CGI monsters and they kind of overdid it with the CGI. And I'm kind of worried about that, but that's something that's going to come later down the line. I don't think we're really going to see any of that now. So far, it's doing pretty good. Like, the fight scenes seem alright. But I was really worried about the studio just not really being too into it. But in the first episode, we did get like some basic like hand-to-hand stuff. Just them, I guess, kind of showing off. But so far, they're not showing us any reason to be worried. Like, originally, the comic and the story were amazing. Like, yeah, it was one of those like comics where it would have those goofy moments, but they knew how to, get serious. Like, the main characters weren't always just goofing off. And I know this is going to be an unpopular opinion, but one of the main characters, Mori Jin, he's kind of like, to me, he's the perfected like personality of Goku. Like, how Goku's always just, kind of acting like a fool. Like, yeah, they both kind of act the same, but when it comes to a fight, there's this understanding from Morihjin that this is not just like a joke. He likes to fight and everything, but he knows that this is serious. Unlike Goku, who, gave Cell a sensu bean when he was fighting Gohan for some reason. I don't know, that kind of just, that's always stuck with me. And that's always like made me not mad at Goku. Like, that's the one reason I've always been mad at Goku when he does stuff like that. Like, the whole planet's in danger. You give your enemy a sensu bean. What is that? Just no. Like, we all love Goku and everything, but if you let your like your need to fight strong opponents get in the way of the entire planet, then I can't rock with that. And actually, in all honesty, my favorite characters are all villains, which I know a lot of people are gonna trash that in the chat and everything, and just comments, but I'm okay with that. Like Janimbo, Kid Buu, there was no talking with them. It was all action, and it was just like, I'm with that. Not in like destroying the planet, but like, it wasn't this convoluted I'm gonna do this if you don't do this type thing. It was literally just like, yo, it is what it is. Hands, everything going down. But another thing about God of High School, just for like story wise anyway, it's similar to Tekken, where it's based around a fighting tournament. And just like with Tekken, it starts out, like, without giving away too much information, it starts out with like regular fighters, even though it seems like this world has a bit of a power boost compared to normal reality, which is to be expected. But it starts out with what they would consider normal, and then as time progresses, you get the wild power ups and everything. And even though, like, in the first episode, you do kind of get a view of like one of the very overpowered like opponents, who is Mujin Park. I know I'm gonna pronounce every name wrong, and I apologize, but like, it is what it is. But yeah, like, later down the line, you're going to see a lot of strong like people. But like, I know for me, I developed kind of like a love-hate relationship with the show, or the comic, webtoon, whatever you want to call it, because it has its up and down, but sometimes its downs way out. Like, the downs sometimes hit a little too hard. Like, I can't even go into that right now because we're only on episode 1. If you've read the webtoon, then you already know what I'm talking about. And you already know everybody's in for a bit of a surprise after this. Something I know is going to be a factor later down the line is just the fact that in the webtoon, they really amp up the fights. And the fights get really wild. So I'm really hoping that this studio is really to stick with it and like get that full range of the fights. Like, because sometimes, you know, just a spoiler, you know what I'm saying? Cities get destroyed. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really hoping that they can stick with that, like, true to story animation and really get that, like, animation just down packed. I would be so freaking happy. But I will say, if you love strong characters, this is obviously the show for you. Like, this isn't even, like, the one hero, like, type of story. It's literally, like, you have the 3 main characters, which is Mori-Jin, it's Dawi Han, I know I'm pronouncing that wrong, and Mirio. Mori-Jin, he mainly uses his feet, and it's called Renewal Taekwondo, I believe. But he's kind of like the joke, you know, the comedic relief. But just because he's the comedic relief doesn't mean he is not ready to, like, straight up, you know, throw legs, throw hands, mostly legs. But, like, you'll see him, like, wipe out waves of enemies. But, like, just like I said, this is not just a one-man, like, hero type story. There are 3 of them. Dawi Han, though, he's just like your chill, laid-back type of hero. But the thing about it is, though, this man literally throws hands. Like, like, oh my gosh. Like, it's crazy. Like, he mainly does throw, like, punches and everything, yeah, but, like, he'll throw in kicks and everything. But when he uses his hands, it's just, like, it's a massacre. Like, that one punch could just, you know, wipe out, like, a whole horde of enemies. Instead of it just being like, yeah, each person running up, punch, punch, punch. It's literally just like one mean right hook, everybody gone. But also, you also have the third. And last but not least, I cannot stress that enough, is Mirio. One of the sickest female characters in the show. She is the female swordsman. And the thing about it is, I think in, like, the first half of, like, the webtoon, she actually uses, like, a practice sword. So it's made out of wood. And she is straight up taking fools out. Like, not even a joke. Like, she does have, like, them hand-to-hand skills, too. Like, 8 trigram 64 palms type hands. Like, she will hit them with the open palm and lay them out. Like, she is playing no games. Like, I can't even stress it enough how mean she is with the combat. Like, Mori-Jin and Dawi, they're like awesome and everything, but she's just out here just laying folks out. Like, and it's not even like, oh, one of them stronger than the other. It's literally like a 3-person group where everybody's at the same level. Like, my thing is, it's like they kind of mastered, like, the 3 groups of what you kind of want in a it's basically like a party, like a raid party, like in any RPG. And, like, with a lot of stories, like, you got the strong, like, if you want that, like, strong but goofy hero, they got that. The strong but laid back hero, they got that. If you want, like that strong female who is going to lay fools out, they got that. They got you on all 3. But, like, it's not even literally just them. Like, they go up against strong enemies all the time. And it's literally not just like, oh, it's mainly the guys doing all the work and everything. The females literally step up and they, like, are putting fools down. Like, it's not even like, he's stronger than her. Like, you'll have a lot of moments where females will just step in and just, like, lay some dudes out. Like, no joke. And that's, like, one of my favorite things about this is literally the fact that if you take anybody for a joke, they will lay you out, you in the dirt. And I am excited to see episode 2.
Get up. We want you to get on your feet. Stand up, stand up. Stand up. Come on, get loose with the heat. Right now. Pick your body till you black out. So get the fuck up.